Are you thinking about moving to Twin Falls, Idaho, or maybe just curious about what it's like to live here? Well, you're in the right place. Twin Falls is known for its beautiful landscapes, small town charm, and outdoor adventures. But is it the right place for you? In this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about Twin Falls: cost of living, job opportunities, weather, lifestyle, and even go over some pros and cons. Hey there, I'm Iker Serna, and I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Idaho, and I've helped several families both buy and sell in Twin Falls and the surrounding area. If you're thinking about buying, moving, or even just want to talk to me about real estate, give me a call, text, email. I would love to talk to you. So let's first talk about Twin Falls' natural beauty. It's located about 2 hours south of Boise and about 3.5 hours north of Salt Lake City. And it has some of the most beautiful, iconic waterfalls. We have Shoshone Falls, which is known as the Niagara Falls of the West. We have the beautiful canyons that you can go hiking and kayaking all year long. And you can do base jumping off the bridge. And it's one of the only places in the world where you can do base jumping all year long. So if you're looking for like outdoors, hiking stuff, it's a perfect location for that. So how much does it cost to live here? Well, the good news is on the national average, it is slightly lower than most places, a lot lower than Boise and a lot lower than Salt Lake City. The median home price is anywhere from like $345 to $365, and rents cost anything from $1,200 to about $1,600. And groceries, gas is pretty reasonable as well. So the next thing I want to bring up would be the weather, and we're kind of an arid climate, so we get all 4 seasons, and for the last couple of years, things have been different. So it hasn't really been consistent the last couple of years, but we will get snow, we will get spring flowers, and we will get a pretty hot summer. So you can count on those things for sure. And one thing I like to mention to people considering Twin Falls is the wind, because we do have a lot of it. So yeah, be prepared for wind, just get a lot of hairspray. Be prepared for the wind. So the next thing I kind of wanted to mention would be the job market and the economy. And Twin Falls is a growing economy, and it is powered by agriculture, manufacturing, and healthcare. And a lot of the big employers here are St. Luke's, Cliff Bar, and Chobani. So there is room for growth here as far as employment goes. So yeah, a pretty good economy as well. The next topic, we're going to talk about community and lifestyle and kind of what it's like to live here. And it's very friendly. People here in Idaho are super friendly. You will probably become best friends with your neighbors and do things all the time with them. And I think for the last couple of years, we've got a lot bigger like food scene and like coffee scene. So there's a lot of like restaurants that have opened, coffee shops that have opened, and those type of things are up and coming. We're getting a lot of those. But yeah, on the most part, people are super friendly, and you will have friends that you'll probably be friends with for the rest of your life. So I know an important issue for people moving to the area would be schools. If you have young children, you're kind of curious of what the schools are like. And education is a big factor for a lot of people. We have really great public schools, and the College of Southern Idaho has a lot of like work programs and education workforce training programs that you can get into. So we do have a lot of education opportunities here as well. So as I kind of mentioned before, I wanted to go over some pros and cons. Some of them will be personal to me, and then some of them might just be in general about what it's like to live here. Some of the pros here is I think it's one of the most beautiful places in the United States. We have all 4 seasons, which is another pro. We do have that small town friendly feel and kind of that little bit of a charm. One pro here is that we have less traffic. The only traffic you're ever going to see here is if you're stopped behind a train. That happens a lot. If you're like just crossing the train tracks, you could be prepared to wait for a little bit just behind the trains. But other than that, your traffic or commute is going to be anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes based on where you're going. I do think the cost of living is lower than anywhere in the national average. So if you're comparing it to like Boise or Salt Lake City, you are going to be a little bit lower, but everywhere you go in America, prices are rising. So that is just one thing to consider as well. Now for some cons. I would not move here if you were young and single and trying to find your soulmate, or your partner. There's not very many opportunities for like dating and bar scenes. I don't think I've been to a like nightclub or bar here at all. They do exist and we do have them. It's just not like a thriving scene. So if that's something you need or want in your life, I would just eliminate Twin Falls from your potential. And another con that I tell people all the time, and I really try to prepare them, is it does get really cold here. I think January is probably the coldest month, and it does get really windy here. So if you do not like the cold, you do not like that at all, I would just eliminate Twin Falls from your search. But there are some pros with that. If you are a skier, you could live like maybe 45 minutes from skiing and you can go skiing every day in the winter. So that's a pro. And another con I'm going to add here at the end is I kind of feel like the prices or like the home prices and the rent prices are growing a little bit quickly. In the last couple of years, we've seen them surge more than like 3 to 6% year over year. So you do kind of have to consider that. I don't think they're going to continue to grow at that pace, but they have grown at that pace for the last couple of years. So that was kind of a brief description of what it's like to live in Twin Falls in general. I've lived in the area for about 7 years, and I personally love it. Anytime the sun is out and it's above 70 degrees, I am outside. And I will say I personally dislike the cold. I'm the kind of person that wears like 4 coats and will not go outside without a hat and glove on. And I still seem to manage with the cold weather. And I have really sensitive hair, so if it's windy, I get poofy hair. But it doesn't seem to kill me. It's not a deal breaker for me. I still love the area, and I have had a lot of potential for growth. So thank you so much for watching. And like I said at the beginning, if you're thinking about the area and you want to have a conversation with me about what it looks like to maybe purchase a house or move to this area, all my information is linked down below, and I'd love to talk to you about it. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.